I have a confession to make. My favorite movie ever is Finding Nemo. I remember being entranced by all of the creatures that filled the big screen, from Crush and his gang of suave sea turtles on the EAC, to the band of sharks who try to maintain that fish all friends, not food. One scene that particularly amazed me was the one with the anglerfish. How was it possible that it could glow in the dark like that? Suddenly my pet betta fish at home were just plain boring. So when I got home from the movie theater that day, I did what any disenchanted 7-year-old would do. Stole my sister's glow-in-the-dark puffy paints and tried to give Mojo and Bubbles a makeover. Luckily for them, my parents caught me in the act, so no fish were murdered by toxic paint that day. But my interest in living light continued, even to this day. So today, we will be looking into the delightful world of glow-in-the-dark organisms, more scientifically known as bioluminescence. We'll take a look at how it works chemically, how animals use it in the natural world, and how we humans can use bioluminescence in our own lives. What's the secret behind bioluminescence? You and I certainly don't glow. That's because we don't harbor a certain class of chemicals called luciferin. The word comes from the Latin word lucifer, which means light bringer. Bioluminescent organisms can either produce luciferin on their own or host luciferin-producing bacteria. Luciferin is actually the name for a large class of light-producing pigments. Different organisms use slightly different types, but they work in similar ways. In the presence of oxygen and an enzyme called luciferase, luciferin is oxidized to form oxyluciferin. Energy is given off in this process in the form of light, usually ranging between the wavelengths of red to blue. Most land organisms glow yellow or green, while ocean creatures generally glow blue, green, or blue. According to a 2010 review of the Marine Science Journal entitled Bioluminescence in the Sea, this is because the shorter wavelengths of blue light travel more efficiently through seawater, and accordingly, most marine animals have adapted to be only sensitive to this particular color. The vast majority of bioluminescent organisms are marine animals, such as many species of fish, squids, and microorganisms. No mammals have been known to be bioluminescent, but there are a variety of land creatures that are, such as fungi, fireflies, and beetle larvae. Interestingly, some forms of bioluminescence in land organisms follow a circadian rhythm. Fireflies are observed to only glow, or glow brighter, when it is nighttime. Another interesting aspect of bioluminescence is that little or no heat is given off in this process, so this light is often referred to as cold light. This is beneficial for the organisms so that they can maintain their internal body temperatures. Now, these creatures may look cool, but more importantly, they have important biological reasons for glowing that help aid in their survival. In the case of Finding Nemo, the heavenly light given off by the anglerfish was meant to attract prey. And without a little Pixar magic, Marlin and Dory almost certainly would never have found Nemo. Other organisms, like the three I will be highlighting today, use their bioluminescence in diverse and fascinating ways as well. Many species of jellyfish are bioluminescent, and one particularly interesting variety is the comb jelly, which uses its glow both as an escape weapon and as a sort of burglar alarm. When the jelly is disturbed, it can release ink in the same glowing color as its body, confusing its predator and allowing for a quick getaway. This glow can also warn organisms nearby of danger, and may even attract a larger predator to come and attack the jellyfish-eating predator. Bioluminescent fungi are another class of interesting species. They've been known for centuries as foxfire or fairy fire because of their mystical nighttime glow on the forest floor. Scientists are not entirely sure why these mushrooms glow, and research done at Cornell University shows that different species may use it to different ends. For example, the Panellus stypticus may use its glow to attract insects to its fruit, thereby allowing its spores to be spread throughout the forest. Another species, the Omphalodus olearis, is poisonous, and its glow may be a warning against predators. Still another species, the Mycena chlorophyss, is thought to only release luciferase as a waste byproduct, as its glow seems to have no biological significance. Well, no matter which mushroom you come across in the forest, at least one thing's for sure. It will be a fun guy. Like the anglerfish, the saplet loosejaw is another scary-looking creature that lives in the deep, dark waters of the ocean. Yes, those things that look like praying mantis legs are actually its jaws. The loosejaw uses its light to hunt, but in a unique way. As I've mentioned before, most marine animals are only sensitive to blue light. The loosejaw has taken advantage of this and has a special set of organs underneath its eyes that emit red light. Since other fish can't see this, this little ninja is able to sneak up on its prey, almost like it's wearing night vision goggles. How these organisms use their bioluminescence is fascinating, but that isn't their only claim to fame. It turns out the ability to glow in the dark has played a major role in medical research in recent years. Scientists are starting to use luciferin tags to monitor diseases inside the body in a procedure called BLT, which, not to be confused with the sandwich, stands for bioluminescence tomography. Scientists can either inject luciferin into bacteria that would glow when stimulated, into a body cell that would glow when invaded by a virus, or directly into DNA to track gene expression. Research is currently being done on lab animals, and there has been a lot of success. Scientists are able to locate tumors more precisely, as well as track the progression of diseases inside still living organisms. Since luciferin is a naturally occurring compound whose effects can be monitored externally, BLT is much safer than using radioactive markers or invasive biopsies. Another application of bioluminescence is to crops. Researchers at Cambridge University were able to isolate bioluminescent jellyfish genes and inject them into potato plants. When the plants needed to be watered, they glow under black light, allowing farmers to use water more conservatively. More research is needed in order. There are health concerns with genetically modifying food sources, so you won't be eating glow-in-the-dark potatoes anytime soon. But the fact that we can engineer this kind of behavior is truly remarkable. Researchers at Cambridge are also looking into the possibility of using trees as natural street lamps. By injecting luciferin-producing bacteria into tree leaves, someday your ordinary street could be transformed into a scene straight from the movie Avatar. More research is needed in order to boost the amount of light these trees can produce, but these interesting applications pave the way for many new innovations that could be on the horizon. Bioluminescence is an intriguing topic, whether your interest is in its practical uses or its seemingly magical appearance. Today, we have delved through the world of living light by taking a look at how it works chemically, how animals use it naturally, and how we can use it practically. This field has only just begun to expand, and new life forms and bizarre creatures are being discovered every day, as well as new ways we can use living light to enhance our daily lives. And maybe someday in the near future, I won't have to rely on puffy paints to make my betta fish glow in the dark.